share? So I know you are my student. So
okay, I'm gonna share.
or maybe you can try to share your screen.
All right, okay, gonna share.
Thank you, Ak.
Okay. No, okay, wait a minute.
Elton project is about, let me say another time because I forgot to. Yes.
Do you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think maybe because of time, maybe do you want me to share your PowerPoint, Elton, or maybe the next presenter go first?
Yes. Do you want? Maybe Luis can go first.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I think maybe Luis is not here yet, so maybe who is the next one?
The next one is Gustavo. Are you ready to present?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was the last one.
Yes. Sorry, because
I see.
happened some issue for Elton.
I see.
I can tell about your title. Gustavo title is Home Surveillance and Automation, Smart Homes, Smart Doorbells, and their vulnerabilities.
Can you see this?
Yes, we see your screen, and it is for CS497, and you have 15 minutes. If you are ready, please go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Marquez. Call me Captain. This is my master capstone, which is Python image processing library performs better in detecting objects in front of autonomous vehicle between the newer image AI and OpenCV. I will explain what these are soon. First, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So AVs they need to detect accurately and timely. They need to detect what's in front of them. So most of the time, this being done by visual process of detecting objects made by neural deep learning libraries, like the OpenCV that has been for a long time, and now the newer one called Image AI, which one performs better in detecting the objects in a traffic situation based on, I'm going to be using confidence scores and timestamps using YOLO, and the result was a balance between speed and scores. And then I concluded choosing either library depends on the special needs of the user. So to begin, here's the problem statement, which is Python images processor library performs better, I repeat it, in detecting objects in front of autonomous vehicle between the newer image AI or the older OpenCV. AVs, the future of transportation, and AI is the way to make it safer and legal on the road. The better the software, the better the tools, the better the libraries, especially the ones that we use in Python. Many people do too. And a good library will be easy to use, fast and accurate for this task. Automation will be the future of AVs, depend greatly on these libraries. There is a big list of papers comparing models, different libraries, see which one is faster and accurate to solve any image processing task. Image AI is a new library. As I said before, like maybe you heard, TensorFlow, Scikit, and OpenCV. This paper will add to the list by comparing OpenCV and Image AI. Well, being way back, got a background, started with NVIDIA's graphic processing units. We been through high dimensional visual data sets. Also CNN, and as I mentioned before, the libraries. And of course, getting this library, getting better and better models and algorithms, RedNet 50, OpenNet, and YOLO. The work that I found about what I'm doing here is being in AVs and technologies using CNN, deep learning, image processing in the last 20 years. So far, so good. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
great. Yeah,
Hey, okay. Body matrix confusion, and then AP and more advanced mean AP, which is give us the confidence scores that we're going to be using. That I use already. OpenCV is an open source since 1999, and Image AI is a newer one from 2017. And here's most of the papers that are the main ones. I got many, but these ones that I took more emphasis, the work of Wang, Knife, and Sanchez, and all of them, they use YOLO, some confidence scores, and that's exactly what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using YOLO and confidence scores and timestamp for this project. We're going to detect objects, get a confidence score, and a running time of 9 images to start with. I know actually these they use moving objects, but this is just to get to know the what is called transparency of the software. Get to know what Image AI OpenCV can do, just to get a glimpse, and then going to detect objects, get scores on running on 7 videos using both OpenCV and Image AI. So first 9 images just to warm up, and 7 videos to do the test. So the pretest, as I said before, the images, I'm going to use YOLO. I'm going to use metrics. I'm going to use confidence scores, and that's going to be object detection images. The video test is going to be on both libraries, YOLO, also YOLO, V3, just as the Torres score, just like a work that Lugo made his team doing back in 21. So I'm trying to follow the lead. And then the 7 videos and object detection of this video. And all of these I'm doing inside a collab environment. So this is something that I got inspired because to do deployment, to ensure the safe running of vehicles at high speed, real-time and accurate detection of all objects of the road is required. How to balance the speed and accuracy of detection is a hard research today in recent years. And this is the work of the team of Wang, looking how I'm going to measure this. So I was completely based on Wang and his team. So I'm going to be looking for speed and accuracy. I'm going to get confidence scores, and you're going to see some box detections where, and also the timestamps. So this is an example that we're going to be look at it. Like if you detect an image, we're going to get confidence scores, some high, some low, whatever the model thinks. And if he's confident, that is 92% confident there is a person in this image. So in this example, like in both, they got different opinions about being a car, probably because it's a sport car. I was expecting something higher for this image, but this is what I got. And this, like you can see, got the box, gross location, and then the result of the classification is in this case of a car. This is my data collection. I got for the pretext, I got 9 images coming from Kaggle. The main test, they're also coming from Kaggle and some from Images AI's GitHub. They got a few videos, so I got 7 of them, which is there are 7 videos that are all kind of different, trying to make a variety of all of them. So they got a place at different places, India, England, Bangladesh, USA, during the day, during the night, different times, from 3 to 11 seconds. So these are the starting the data analysis where I'm gonna do where I detect objects in 9 images. I got scores and stamps, timestamps, sorry. Compare the hits on the first one, and then I did it on the same thing, but now videos, got scores and timestamps, just to see, to give you a detailed comparison of what's going on. I took one of the first video to go more inside details, and then did a total comparison of all 9 videos. So here's starting with the objects. Take objects in the first image. As you can see, is a boy crossing with 2 cars. Both did very good, detecting the person, the car that is near, the car that is far. For some reason, Image AI split the score a little bit of the car that was far. This between a car and a truck, like a kind of saying if it is an SUV. I think that's the point it was trying to do. So, and here this don't get confused with the 0 and the 2. That means the classification 0 means person. The classification for cars is 2. So is actually where I want you to please look at the confidence scores, which is this guy. It's type for the kid is 0.99. Same thing for the Image AI. And these are all the videos. I mean, all the images, the 9 images. As you can see, all the boxes already, all the 9 images. And of course, each one has an score. Configure, and also I got a timestamp of what the library was doing, processing all these 9 images. So I got a timestamp for this, the duration of processing all these 9 images. So this is our OpenCV. Look at all the images. As you can see, the Image AI kind of detected, was a little bit more accurate, trying to detect more, especially motorbikes and persons who try to detect a little bit more than what OpenCV did. Here is something that you really want to see is the time, the duration of each library to process the 9, all of the images. As you can see, OpenCV was very fast compared to Image AI. It took all these, the yellow area, like 3 times more than OpenCV to process the 9 images. So times in is you can notice the issue here already. And this is the India video. This is my first video. It's from India, I was told. Because it's from Kaggle, but I can tell because it says well from India here in the watermark. So that's how I figure out. That's the original, and this is the one already processed by OpenCV. It's very short. This one is only 3 seconds. Some of them are 10, 7, and this one is the one done by Image AI. They don't want to stop. Hold on. What should I hit it so they can stop here? Okay. So these are the detection. Each of these plots that you see here is a hit. Hit it like a, remember scoring. I know it's only 3 seconds, but every second there is or maybe more than 3 seconds, but every second is going like a 30 frames per second. So it's getting like a several hits every time it goes and detects the different cars that are in the place as many times for each one of the frames. So that's why you see, even though you didn't see so many cars, you see so many plots here because this is doing by frame. And as you can see already, image AI is a little bit more confident than OpenCV when it comes to cars, persons, motorcycles, a little bit even when it comes to trucks. So here's the whole total for both of them, just the Indian video. You can see already, as I said before, image AI is a little bit just more confident. Now, even though you see right now that the cars was native, but if you take the whole total of all this, it's a little bit higher image AI. Here's the running time. If you can see, well, as before, it's a big difference. It's like a image AI is taking like 4 times what it's doing on OpenCV. And this is all the videos, the other 6 videos. This is a few from New York during the day, England, and Bangladesh. This is a sorry because there are many outputs. I think 14 to be in total. You can see the boxes in some of them. And giving at the same time, giving the confidence scores. And of course, at the same time I'm doing this, I'm running the timestamp to see how long the software takes to process all the 7 videos. And again, I'm trying to share here, but it doesn't let me. Let me try the arrow. And that doesn't work. I guess I gotta stop all the videos. Hold on. And you see all the stopped. Stop there. Okay. All right. All right, let me hit it right here. Let me see what happens. Okay. Let's do this. Hold on. Okay, got it. So this one is each result of each video. For cars, per person, there are 7 results here, 14 in total. The blue ones are for OpenCV, and the image are for image AI. Each one of the detections that they have for each one of the cars, of the persons, of the motorcycles, and the trucks. This is confusing, so here I put it together. So this is the whole total of OpenCV and image AI for the car. The whole total of all the 7 videos for OpenCV and image AI for persons, and so on for motorcycles and trucks. And this is each the time the videos took, all 7 of them. OpenCV in green, image AI in yellow. If you can see again, image AI is taking a long time. Here is all of them together, so you can see at once. That's this in seconds, all the seconds that took image AI. Sometimes it was faster, sometimes it was slower, but at the very end, it's still slow. So is it accurate and is it fast? Here are the totals. For OpenCV, we got 75, 24. It was, I did it before during the last weeks. It was about the same every time I was doing it, but just out of this demonstration. But in this case, it was 75. It was pretty close all the time. It was steady. So 75, 24 for this one, and 82.07 for this, for image AI. And the total time for OpenCV this time, that run all the 7 videos, it was 2,074 seconds and 4,700 seconds for image AI. So that kind of can be concluded if speed is a concern, then OpenCV performs better than Image AI. But if speed is not a concern, then Image AI performs better than OpenCV. And that's the conclusion of my paper.
Thank you very much, Gustavo.
Mm.
Great job. Anybody have any question for Gustavo? Nobody? Okay. I have a question. Would you please tell me what kind of advice, Gustavo, do you want to give the students who will take a capstone project in future? If give us two advice, I really appreciate. Thank you.
Well, I was trying to follow by the letter. Every week I was told to do the introduction, and the next week I was trying to do the motivation and then the background and so on. But then I'm glad I was like working ahead, because then the professor told me that I don't have to really follow this to the letter. I have to try to work ahead a little bit. So because at the very end, it's gonna be you're gonna find a lot of not for me in code, because in code I'm fine. No, in writing the paper, I'm not very good with paperwork. So it was very hard for me. So if you're weak in something, try to work ahead on that weakness. Try to work the weakness first, and then just let it go to them.
Good. Thank you. And I have another question. Please, I want to know what technologies did you use in your project? Tools, languages, software, and platforms. If you tell us again,
Oh, yeah.
I will.
Okay. Yes. I use OpenCV, which is a very old library way back for 1999. And then Image AI, which is very new. It was made by a fellow who lives in England, and then his team, and they make this, which is it's like OpenCV, but the big difference I can tell you between the both of them is that Image AI is like a black box. You have to really find where to get to look inside the black box to do anything else, like accounting and getting some scores and other stuff, because completely a black box. Just with 3 or 4 lines, it will do what the OpenCV does in 40 lines. So it's I use Python, and then I use a model which is very favored in traffic, which is YOLO. I couldn't use ResNet, MobileNet, but YOLO is very favored when it comes to images. And of course, all this in a collab environment.
Good. Thank you. It was a great job. I appreciate you. Anybody don't have any question?
I think Rima, you hands up. So do you have any question?
Yes. My question for Gustavo is, how did you choose your topic?
Well, how did I choose my topic? Well, I was going for sounds I tried to make three things. What would I want to do? I was thinking something about music, about finding like some user recognition. But then I said, well, there's a lot of people who've been work on that. I tried to my second choice, which was my first actually, was dolphin sounds. But I couldn't get many dolphin sounds to do what I wanted to really study them. I couldn't get enough, and the people that has many Dolphin South didn't want me to get it away. The corporation didn't want. They didn't really want me to give it to me because it's kind of the secret, the thing, the gold. So, and I thought also about autonomous vehicle. I like it too. So, at the very end, that's the last choice that I had left. So that's what I decided to do then.
Thank you.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much, Gustavo. Now it's time to go to Elton. If you are ready.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Elton, are you
Yes.
ready? Can you share your screen or camera if you want? And
I hit share and trying to find.
title of Capstone project for Elton is The Unknown Web Both Seen and Unseen for course CS 497. And if you are ready, we can start now.
Okay, let's see, week 10.
In the the right corner, upper right corner, there is share button, and then you can click, and then you can share the screen or window.
Do you see my screen now?
No.
Okay.
No. Wow.
So because of time, maybe Elton, can I share yours? Maybe the previously you you uploaded in the teacher lately, or do you wanna share your screen?
Yeah, you can go ahead because I'm.
So maybe for the audience, maybe because he cannot share his version, so it is the recently uploaded to the detour. So I'll share the screen because I think there is some issue for the sharing from his. So
thank you, Aaron.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and then you can start in your presentation.
Okay. Okay. My topic that I chose was the unknown web, both seen and unseen. Wait a minute. Here we go again. You lost me.
Oh, we can hear you. Can you see the screen?
I can hear you, but
you cannot see the screen?
No, I can't see the screen. No. Oh, okay, that's slide 2. Okay, well, why not? Can't go back. Okay. What we have here is a web, and that's being displayed as the millions and millions of computers that are hooked together that makes up the World Wide Web. Can't go to the next. Okay. All right. The agenda with the problem statements, motivation, background, and related work and data collection and findings, and drawing a conclusion. And I've laid out the future work. How can I move to the next? I have no control. Okay. The problem statement is, what is the unknown web? How and why do we need to know about its existence, and who uses it for what purpose? Next slide. Okay. My motivation was due to the amount of identity theft. I'm sure that each one of you, if you haven't had your identity stolen, you know of someone that has, your relatives, friends, that have had their identity stolen on Facebook or even used to make illegal purchases, and have also had to, on occasion, change your email addresses. So we will be uncovering the mysteries surrounding the World Wide Web. It has more than one layer, and the layers that we will primarily be dealing with is the deep and dark web, and how these affect our everyday lives. Next slide. Okay, here you have a hacker doing what hackers do, breaking into people's bank accounts or stealing their password, or even conducting a denial of service. They no longer need to rob a bank using a gun and a ski mask. Now it's all done by computers. Next slide, please. It was originally designed by the military, and it was designed for the purpose of hiding the movements of military troops, and also to conceal the military secrets, and in hopes that they wouldn't fall into the hands of the enemies. And as far as the anonymous areas, there's been a lot of controversy as to whether or not the deep, dark web should remain anonymous, because that's the place where most of the illegal activities take place, such as selling of arms, selling of secrets, also this setting up marketplaces for selling people's identifications. And so that's why the government would really prefer that these sites not be anonymous. The original setting for this was, like I said, it was designed for the military, and they used a software called TORS, which is the Onion Router, TOR. And later on, they allowed the public to use that software. And like anything else, it was designed for good, but when it falls into the wrong hands, people find ways of utilizing that software to do illegal things. So there are plenty of bad agents out there, and that is what is giving law enforcement such a difficult time. Law enforcement has a difficult time trying to keep up with training officers and investigators to spot relevant dark web evidence. And there's a problem with information sharing between agencies, both in the United States, FBI and local authorities have a problem sharing that information. And we also have a problem domestically with other countries. Things that we may consider illegal are not illegal in other countries. And they have developed forensic standards in order to trace the activity of some of these bad individuals that are out there selling secrets and so forth. And also by using web crawlers and honeypots, they use that to break down where these individuals are going and what activities they are engaged in. Next slide, please. Okay. What I did was use 12 articles from journals and magazines to use them to uncover the anonymity of these sites, because most people don't have any idea that they even exist. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, I use a qualitative method for gathering my information. Then I analyze those results into different categories of activities that the researchers have determined are going on the dark web. Next slide, please. As I said, I did use 12 case studies to come up with my evaluation, reviewed the results, and did an interpretation. Next slide, please. I use deductive coding, which is a form of, you get your topic and you break that down into different areas. And from that, you sort your data and compare the data and come up with a finding. Next, please. I set up these different areas and got quotes on how much activity was being done on these different sites. Okay, next slide, please. My primary objective was to enlighten the public as to the existence of the deep, dark web and also the surface web, which is also known as the clear web. The surface web makes up about 4% of all the activities on the internet. Most people believe that the surface web is the internet totally, but the deep web is the largest of the three areas, which comprise of more than 90% of the internet. And the remaining percentage is located in the dark web, which is sometimes called the hidden web. So what I was attempting to do was to enlighten everyone as to the existence of these sites and to make them aware that of the activities that go on in the deep and the dark web. Researchers would like you to know that not all activities that are comprised in the deep web are illegal activities. Some individuals use the deep web to keep their industry products secret. They don't want the trade secrets to get out. Some individuals from countries out that are not in the free world use the dark web to communicate with the outside world to let them know what is going on. And if they didn't use the dark web, the government would know exactly what they were doing, and in some cases, they would either be imprisoned or executed. My solutions to this problem is we need to do additional research on the deep and dark web. Next slide, please. Okay. For future work, I think there needs to be more studies done as far as the number of illegal sites out there, how much revenue is generated, and the currency used, and how they can better control what takes place on the deep and dark web. Next. Okay, that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Luis. Thanks for your presentation. Does anyone have any question for Elton?
Yes.
No question? Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Elton.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please tell us what was the most challenging part for your capstone project?
Well, the most challenging part was the initial gaining an understanding of what I needed to do as far as the project was concerned. But it was a very interesting project. I've always been interested in that area of security. And I felt that most people do not know of these, the deep and dark web, and just take the internet for granted as just being the surface web. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nobody.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to turn on my mic, but I was hitting your. I was hitting your screen mic. Of course, it was not gonna do it. Sorry about that. Well, the question is about the. Can you give us a sample of the data that you were using, please? I'm trying to figure out what kind of data you were using. What was the data collection? Like a sample of how it looks like?
Well, what I did was use primarily the information found in the different research journals and did a comparison as to what they felt were the problems that were associated with the deep dark web.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Nobody have any question?
One more question.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you everybody for joining today's Capstone project meeting. And I just want to say thank you to presenter and thank you for your work and all of you. If there is no question, we can end the meeting.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you everybody.
Thanks
Thank you
a
so
lot.
much.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Is there any way to get to the other rooms too?